Hello everyone, welcome back to Center Stand Mechanics. My name is Kyle, and today we're going to do a little bit more work on the Ultimate Zombie Apocalypse bike. And today I want to see if we can get these valves out of the head, and I'll show you how you do it. A lot of you guys have already done this type of stuff, but for those that haven't, we'll run you through it. And it's pretty easy process, but you got to have some kind of a spring compressor tool, which I don't really see how you could do it without it. Actually, I'm sure there's probably a way, but I don't know. Anyways, and then I got some parts soaking. I want to see how the piston I found in my spare parts box is doing. And I got a spare set of cylinders soaking in the Evapor Rust, and we'll see how they're doing, and we'll compare the new to me cylinders or compared to the old ones that came off the engine, and see you know, how much better they are. They're a lot better. And what else? I don't know. We'll see what we can get into today. But yeah, we'll start out. I'll start taking this out, and we'll maybe get these intake manifolds off, and then I can give this a little bit of a clean. It still has a little bit of corrosion down inside of there, and I want to take these valves out and you know, give these a good clean and make sure they're not bent. And we'll probably you know, lap them and stuff before we put them in, but that'll be down the road. But and I got some trays here from the hardware store just to put the parts in so we can keep it all organized. I'm going to try to keep track of which valve came out of which thing, you know. You want to make sure it goes back into the same one and that kind of thing. But yeah, well, let's get started. All right, okay, I'm gonna switch you over here. We'll set up our ring compressor tool, and I picked this up on Amazon. It wasn't very much. It was like, I don't know, $35–40. It's not the greatest. It's pretty cheap tool, but it does the job. There's much better ones out there. So the whole object of the game is you want to be able to compress the spring and take the little keepers out. Just trying to set this up the right way. So we get this part butted into the center of the valve on the underside. Hold it there like that, and we just start to twist this down. I'll show you this sec here once I get it tight. We start putting some pressure on this, and basically there's these little keepers in here, and we just push the spring down, and it releases the little keepers out, and then the whole spring will come out. And then we'll have a look at the valve guides, seal. Got the spring pushed down. Just grab yourself a little magnet, and these little keepers should come out. There's one. That's what they look like. Little keepers. There's two. So they're two little, I don't know how to describe them, but they've got a special shape, and they're tapered. And I'll show you when I get the valve out. And now we can release the tension off. This should come out We're just backing the thread off on this compressor tool. And then we'll have the valve here. Okay. So off comes this little top washer thing. Put that in there. You got two springs, you got the outer and the inner. And then here's our valve. Now if this was, oh yeah, look at that, it just pushed right out. Okay. So there's the first intake valve. So this goes in there like that. And these little tapered little keepers go in here. And they're a little bit tricky to get in, but there. Okay. And they sit in there like that. And there's a notch and a groove on the valve itself. So if I push this out, you'll see how that sits on there. And then you see there's a groove on the keeper, or a knot, or like a bump out on the keeper, and then a groove that it sits on in there. And then that keeps it on there. And the spring pressure keeps it from popping off. So I hope that explains it, if you've never seen that done before. But, and then this one actually looks like it's not too bad a shape. It doesn't have a wobble to it. I'll know more. I'll probably get this on a drill. I'll get some, what's that, green scrubby pad, and spin it and clean it at the same time. But this one actually looks pretty good. Let's see how well the exhaust one comes out now. Same process. Exhaust valves are sometimes a little more sticky in there. Just double check that we're on the center of the valve. Yep. Let me just start turning it down. There's one. There we go. There's two. So yeah, there again. So you got your big washer, outer spring, inner spring. And then put our two keepers in there. Yeah, no, this one's a little bit stuck. So this is a brass drift, and I just lightly tap it. So hopefully we can grab onto it. Nope. What if we can spin it out? Oh yeah, there we go. Here it comes. Okay. Oh, this one's stanky. So this is the exhaust valve. The exhaust valves tend to be smaller. As you can see here, intake, exhaust. It's pretty standard throughout most engines. And this one's got a little bit of corrosion, but it'll clean up. Hopefully it's fairly round, it's not bent. So that's good. Alright, there's that one. Okay. So, washer, outer spring, inner spring. Let's see if this valve will push out. Okay. Get our brass drift. one. It wasn't too bad. So I'm just checking it, make sure it's not bent. This one would be likely to have problems, but no, seems okay. Take off the top washer. Right in here. Let's see if we can get our valve out. Oh, yeah. No problem. Okay, so now all we've got left are these valve guide seals. So now these are important for like if your engine smokes, you know, you fire up your engine, it's cold and it smokes for the first half a minute, it's likely because of these valve guide seals. What happens to these is they usually just get, like, you know, old and dried up, and they get cracked, and they just stop sealing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them off of here and just sort of feel how hard they've gotten, and make a decision on whether or not I'm going to replace them. I'm trying to do this whole build with very minimal outside you know, help with as far as like getting, you know, new gaskets and seals and stuff, because, you know, there's no stores when you're riding around in the apocalypse. So we're gonna see what we can do here. Yeah, it's still pretty soft. This one's the intake. Yeah, these don't look too bad. They're probably like halfway rotted. I might end up getting new ones. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, they're still soft. So this outer shell here is it's metal or something. It's got a harder shell and then a rubber inside. Oh, look at that. Maybe it's falling apart a little bit. Yeah, it might be falling apart. I might want to get new ones of these. Yeah. Now you can see inside this bad intake port, you can see all this crust and build up in here. This was a bad cylinder. We'll give that a scrape, and then I'm going to take the intakes off, and that went in there like that. So remember to put that back. And yeah, I think we'll give it a little clean, and we'll try to get it ready to lap and put these valves in it. Let's take these intake manifolds off. This actually goes on this side. And this goes on this side. And now, I think this thing's ready to clean up. Alright. There's just a little bit of gasket on here. You got to be really careful, obviously, to not gouge up the aluminum. This stuff just gets baked on there. There's not too much of it on there. It's not too bad. You just kind of slowly work at it, and eventually it'll come clean. I think that's just about it. There wasn't much on there. All right. Just a little bit of erosion on here. Okay. So I think I'll take this outside and clean it off. So I've got this tub full of hot water, and I've got some spray 9 here. I'm going to put some in the hot water. I'm going to soak the head for a little while, and then after it soaks for a bit, I'm going to scrub it and see if I can get it any cleaner. Dump a bunch of this in there. Should be good. And then take the head. Just soak it down in there. 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 You see my previous video, I showed you this bucket of evaporust, and so what I've got in here right now, I've been soaking this this broken piston, the one that got the hole through the middle, and I'm just trying, I want to get these rings off of it, so I'm going to see if, I've been trying to soak it and see if I can free up these rings, and we'll dry that off in a minute and show it to you. And then I just wanted to see about getting this cylinder head out. So this cylinder head's been probably soaking in here for a while. Oh, it's actually looking pretty good. So it's time to take this out and put it on the bench. And yeah, have a look at it. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this outside and clean it off with the hose, and then I'll be able to show it to you better. So let's do that. Okay. So I just got back from being outside. I just hosed this cylinder off. It had a bunch of evaporust on it, so just with cold water, rinsed it off. And so this is the one I'm going to use to put back on. This is the old one here, and you can see you know, just how bad this one is. It's all messed up. And this one's nice. Yeah. So because I just washed this one off, I want to get some just want to spray it down with oil so it doesn't flash rust on me, because that's what will happen if I don't do that. Like that. And then I'll get a rag and just take that all around. If I don't do that, it'll just start rusting right away, and I don't want that. So that'll help it along. Yeah, these ones are nice. Nothing wrong with those. So yeah, I think we're good there. And then in this stuff here is the same stuff that I clean carburetors in. I just threw these pistons in here to soak them in there so I can clean all this carbon and stuff off. And I want to get the rings out and clean in behind there and stuff. There's another one in here right there. The wrist pins in there too. So yeah, they're coming along. These will clean right up, but we'll have a look and see if we can get those rings to move. Just cleaning these wrist pins off. Checking for wear. This was the one that came out of the bad side. Doesn't feel too bad. I'll probably polish that up some more. This one looks really good. So I'm just going to see if I can get these rings off. And they should just come out. Should be able to get these out if you're careful. They will break. I've broken them before. So So those two compression spring rings are off, and then now it's the oiler. One's done. Just find the gap. There's that one. And this oiler should be no problem. Right here. There. Done. We'll do a thorough clean on those, on that piston there. Now let's just see what this guy's up to here. Two. Right. Just looking for where it joins. Right there. There we go. There's little holes here for oil to come through. They gotta be cleaned. Yeah. I'm thinking now that I've got those off, I'm gonna put them back in that bucket to soak a little longer. There's still a little bit of stuff on there. So yeah. So it'll take a little bit longer. All right. Okay, so we got parts here, we got parts here. I'm keeping them on, you know, right side of the bench for the right side of the motor, left side of the bench for the left side of the motor. That goes for these two. Nope. 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 Stick that back in there. got a little bit of the work done. I'm gonna go outside and scrub that head down. It's been soaking in the spray 9 for a little bit now, and yeah, I'm gonna give it a scrub and just hose it off, and then bring it inside and have a look. And maybe we'll show that to you just before we go. Okay. Finished cleaning this thing off with the spray 9, and it actually doesn't look too bad. I think there's still some cleaning to be done, but for the first time around, it's not too bad. It's still a little bit wet, but one thing I was gonna say, when I was cleaning it off, these little washers, they sit down in here. They didn't come out when I took the springs out, but I found them in my wash tub. So it's always good to check your wash tub for parts and stuff. But so I got all 4 of them out now, and they're sitting in their appropriate spot. And yeah, looking pretty good. It's still a little bit dirty in the front here. This is the front that gets all the debris from the road and all that, just comes right up into here. But it's looking pretty good. It's coming along. It's getting there. And yeah, so I'll probably spray this with a bit of oil just to keep it from flash rusting. I don't want any of that to happen. Let's flip it over. Because when the metal's bare and there's nothing on it, it'll rust really quickly. So it's good to oil it all up. There. I'll let that sit for a bit. I'll probably end the video there. And yeah, so a couple more steps further ahead here. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do next, but I'll figure it out, and we'll bring you back, and we'll keep going on this here project. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon. Center Stand Mechanics out.